The U.S. military has launched an investigation into a terror raid that likely killed civilians and left an American commando dead. The Operation Sunday targeted al-Qaeda militants in Yemen, but didn't go according to plan. The fallen Navy SEAL, William Ryan Owens, is being posthumously promoted to Senior Chief Petty Officer. David Martin is at the Pentagon with the details of the mission. David, good morning.
Good morning. Last weekend's raid by SEAL Team 6 is a classic example of the military adage that no plan survives first contact with the enemy. In this case, the plan was reviewed by senior national security officials in both the Obama and Trump administrations. The wreckage of an American aircraft and bullet-pocked buildings are testimony to the violence of the operation. It was first considered during the final weeks of President Obama's administration. His former Homeland Security advisor, Lisa Monaco, told Charlie Rose last night the raid was to have been the start of a stepped-up campaign against al-Qaeda.
What was presented to the Obama administration in the remaining weeks of the administration, again, was a broad proposal for sustained increased military engagement in Yemen.
5 days after his inauguration, the new president met with the Secretary of Defense, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs, CIA Director, and National Security Advisor, among others, to go over the plan.
The operation was laid out in great extent. The indication at that time was to go ahead.
But when the SEALs reached the al-Qaeda compound, they ran into stiffer than expected resistance. Pinned down and surrounded, they called in an airstrike on a building from which they were taking fire. Military officials now say civilians, including children inside that building, were likely killed. After a one-hour gun battle, 14 al-Qaeda fighters were dead. But Navy SEAL Ryan Owens lay dying and 3 others wounded. While other members of the team raced through the buildings collecting hard drives, laptops, and cell phones, a medevac came in to pick up the wounded. It lost power and made a hard landing, injuring 3 of its crew. A second medevac took all the wounded to a ship. After the last of the SEALs had left, an airstrike destroyed the one medevac left behind. For the past 2 years, attacks against al-Qaeda in Yemen have consisted mainly of drone strikes. But this raid could be the start of a series of ground operations, which will put American lives at risk. Alex?
David, thanks.